This is my prototype for a solar-powered autonomous phone mining farm. Well, farm, maybe one small mine. Today I want to talk you through it. The least important part are the phones themselves. I'd still never get a phone just for mining sakes. Rather use everything old that you have and turn that e-waste into some hashing power. Still, this is my personal timeline of OnePlus phones, 3, 6T, 8T and 10 Pro. All of them still work. Under that is just some cheap phone holder from AliExpress. You can get those in different sizes. I noticed the phones are just cooler standing up. Also, when upside down, it's easier to plug and unplug them. I decided to not constantly leave the phones plugged in, but rather let them go through cycles. I noticed like that you encounter way less heat. But that of course also means I have to attend it, so not fully autonomous in that regard. But I already got some ideas how to improve this. More on that later. Next, simply a small USB fan to get some of the heat away from the phones. The hard piece of this setup is this solar generator or mobile battery, however you want to call them. It's at the same time overkill for the job and yet not perfect. But it is what I had lying around and not currently in use, and this setup is all about using what we have. It's the Bluetti EB70. The generator charges both the phones as well as powers the cooling. At the same time, it can be charged through a solar panel, in this case up to 180 watts, more than the phones and the fan could ever use up. Except if the sun goes out for prolonged amounts of time, this setup really is autonomous power-wise. Even on rather shadowy days, enough comes through to keep the battery going. Of course, to really say autonomous, we'd need to add the networking and internet to that battery as well, but that is future talk. For now, it's just a prototype, and nice to know that any e-waste experiment I do here does not add to my power bill. It rather motivates me to build it out more and improve. Of course, you still have to somehow connect a panel, depending on where you put this, but I want to do a separate video on that as it's useful besides phone mining. Last but not least, after all the hardware, let's talk software. The newer phones are still running XMRig for Android, as it's just easy and simple to set up. The phones with Android 9 or older are mining through Termux. A video on how to do that is upcoming. Please subscribe if you're interested. I added ADA64 to the mix to have a better eye on the thermals, as I not fully trust the mining software to display it correctly. Now I have a baseline between the two, and ideally I keep the phone CPUs under ATC. We will see how long it takes until the first battery goes, but I also already have an idea for that when it happens. For pools on these, I'm old school and trying to get as much Monero as I can. As always, I'm actually not using P2 pool as with the CPUs, but still on Moneroocean, because for phones the algo switching option makes more sense to me, and I'm still seeing some phones switching from time to time. For example, I see Ghostrider here and there, which is nice because it also runs a little bit cooler than RandomX. Also, this helps to track our success with this experiment a little bit, as I started a new address for 2024. It can only be a matter of years until we reach a payout. Where I could improve things is automation and a battery system more suited for the setup. For example, I mentioned that the phones have a hard time emptying out the battery, but on this specific Bluetti model, just having the AC-DC conversion running all the time draws more power than all of the mining phones. So long story short, I'm currently thinking of a way to leave the phones plugged in, but to automate the getting and cutting of power for them. Smart plugs could help with that, for example. Also, the battery still has a lot of excess power because the phones don't use it up, and sometimes it gets charged for nothing. So here, once I've found a dedicated space for this, not here in my filming space, I would combine it with another experiment we did some time ago, using an inverter to utilize the excess power elsewhere. But yeah, it's starting to get complicated, but also freaky in a good way, and I like it. Another possibility would be downsizing the battery, because basically a power bank, maybe a bulkier one like this one we built in an older video, would also be enough to power the phones. But then again, charging via solar and the whole automation thing would be less plug and play. Also possible even with a very small panel, but yeah. As you see, lots of possibilities to do this. This was just a prototype with what I have and how I can keep the phones mining without using any power. If you have any ideas on how to improve this setup or do something completely different, please don't hesitate to share. Or if you want to see anything in more detail, please let me know. Oh, and lastly, is this setup completely brain dead? Of course, but I love experiments like this. No, a phone farm won't make anyone rich, but it's supporting more than one network while earning me some cents through basically e-waste. The fact that all of this is solar powered is just the nerdy bonus on the cake for me. That's it. Let me know what you'd like to see next or what you would do differently. More interesting things in regard to Monero coming up for your phones, for mining and even more. Stay tuned. I wish all the best to each and every one of you. Happy mining and bye!